Welcome to Social Work Sunday Tea. I am Shakia Houston. It's a great day to be alive and well. It is June 11, 2023. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's going to be a great show today. It's going to be amazing. Like every day is amazing. We have a special guest. Make sure you share. We have a special guest here. We have two special guests here today. And if you would just introduce yourselves, it'll be great. Everybody look
Okay.
out good. Yes.
Okay, I'll go first. My name is Lynette Kelly Bell, and I am the co-executive director of A House in Austin. A House in Austin is a parent-child center. Our focus is nurturing healthy families. We make sure that we're creating intentional, holistic programming to support early childhood development, parent education, and then family supportive services like home visiting and one-on-one coaching. Our services are on the west side, the best side, yes, in the Austin community. We're right behind the Y on Central and Kinsey. We're on Pine. We have a very beautiful home, and I'll let my co-ED introduce herself and kind of tell you a little bit more.
As Lynette said, I'm Becky Martin. I'm the co-executive director of A House in Austin. Also mom to four kiddos. And I say that because what I love about A House in Austin is that me and Lynette are both from the West Side. Lynette was born and raised on the West Side. I've lived here for the past, oh my goodness, 18 years. So we're both raising our kids out here. And we started, A House in Austin was started by an amazing person named Erica as a music class. And we both just were in such need of community at that time with our littles. And so I found it and I was like, Lynette, you have to try this place out. It's amazing. And so it started as a kinder music class over here at the By the Hands Club, and just really stemmed from there. Erica was like, Becky, you have a social work background? That's so exciting. You're gonna volunteer then to lead all of these parent things, and just kind of pushed me in and out of my shell. And same with Lynette. Like, Lynette, you know this community, you know what the needs are, come and help us out. And so collectively we started out as volunteers for a music class, and now we just continue to grow, and here we are now. So we kind of think of A House in Austin as for Austin, with Austin, and by Austin. So we just continue to bring in more people that have either been raised on the West Side or currently live here, to continue to strengthen and be able to work together to make this a village and a community for us that are all just trying to get through with our families.
Perfectly said.
Yes, I'm sorry. My dog was barking. So I was like, oh my God, not on a live. And I'm like, Chelsea, get him, please. Get him. Right? That's my daughter. But no, it's amazing. And I really love the work that you guys do for Austin, right? For the parents, for the community. I grew up in Austin. And right off this one guy to say, everybody else, this one guy to say. But yeah, I'm a product of Austin. So, it's amazing growing up there and being involved. Well, now I'm trying to get more and more involved, with Austin and things like that. So it's amazing the work that you guys do, and they are 2023 recipients of Social Work Sunday Tea, Adult Prom and Fundraiser. Yes. That's why I was telling everybody, get your tickets. We're giving to a great organization, and I'm glad you guys are a part. And you said yes. We're on the call. Me and Sarah and Lynette and Becky. We're on the call. We were in Arizona, and we was like, "Hey, we want to connect. What's up? We're trying to do this thing." And so they said yes, and I'm really honored to serve and be a part of your family. a house in Austin. And so if you can give the viewers like an overview of what you do for the parents there. I mean, you have a lot of good things. Like I ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna let you guys tell, but you guys do amazing things. Like I check your page out. First of all, before I was like, okay, let's do a house in Austin. Like people was already in our ear bugging us, like, hey, a house in Austin. I was like, I got it, all right, I got it. So, but some of the things I looked over, the website and I looked over the Instagram, I looked over everything. And I was like, okay, we can do this. We can definitely do this. And so you guys do some amazing things in Austin, especially with the parents. And as a therapist myself, like you guys give them everyday tools that they need to be a better parent, to be a better person, and then be a better parent to their children. So if you can just guys can give us you can tell us like what do you guys do as far as because I really the laundry program, the I love that. Like
Yes, there's lots to
people that
share.
they don't have access to, money, funds to be able to wash their clothes, their kids' clothes. And being in, as a social worker, as a therapist, I didn't really understand that because that wasn't my world until I got inside other people's world and working with the community. I'm just like, like the reality check for me is like, you can't go wash your clothes, right? And or you can't go do this or you can't do that. And I'm just like, wow. And sometimes I it's more so gratefulness and gratitude, that I'm able to do that, right? But also I want to be a blessing to other people so they can be able to do that. So that's all in a nutshell. But I love that program. And I went to go tour. What was that? 2 years ago? Yeah, a house in Austin. And yeah, so I just yeah, if you guys can give an overview of the programs that you guys have.
Okay. I'll let Becky go first. Do you want to
Okay.
talk about? So we have three buckets, like I was saying before. We have the family aspect, we have the parent, and then we have early childhood. So Becky kind of covers all programming. Um, because we're so small right now, we're growing grassroots and growing. We all wear many hats. So like, we lead different classes. If one staff is out for whatever the case may be, we all hop in and jump in and help programming run. The great thing about hiring from within the programming is that we were all parents, in the program. So we had that perspective and that experience, and then volunteers. So we could kind of see where some things were not quite right. And now staff where we have a little more control and power to make changes. So I'll let Becky go with the parents because she's all about the parents. She's awesome with them. I'll hop in whenever you're ready for me to talk about Fresh Table. I'll give my little spiel. Um, and then I can cover early childhood. I'll do the Wonder Kids. And then you can do the family coaching.
Awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, the parents started, like I said, kind of organically of me being a parent in the music class and us realizing just the support needed. I was sharing earlier that I actually started my own parenting journey out as a foster parent. And I share that because I had these beautiful little girls with some really big healing issues going on. And because of that, their behaviors were kind of everywhere. They lashed out, they had meltdowns. They had trouble attaching and connecting. And I saw this, and me being me meant that I went to like every training I could possibly go to, reached out to like every support I could possibly have. And I still felt like I was drowning in a lot of ways. And it really opened my heart up to, yes, we have these resources for foster parents. We have these really resources for adoptive parents. We have these resources that explain what trauma is and how it affects their little brains to professionals. But there's not a lot out there for birth parents whose kids are going through hard times. And a lot of times the parents are like, I must be doing it wrong. I'm not good enough. I'm really struggling with this. My kids keep acting out. They keep not connecting. And a lot of times then we tend to be stricter because we feel like everyone's judging us. And we're like, well, I just need more rules. I need this. Or the parents feel like they give up. Like, well, if it's not going to help anyway. And that just broke my heart. Like I knew I was struggling, but there were so many people that wanted to assist me along the way. And that made my heart just really burden for parents and teaching them a different way to view their children's behaviors, a different way to try to approach the situations. And they all look at me like I'm crazy, but then they try some therapeutic parenting methods and they're like, Becky, that actually worked. I can't believe that. I tried that. So it's been real exciting. And also being a foster adoptive parent really opened my heart up to the idea of how much pain there really is losing that natural parent, and how incredibly difficult it is for everyone involved, and how oftentimes, unfortunately, the parent that can't parent the same way isn't this bad, awful parent. They're someone that's hurting, that's been through some pretty extreme stuff and never had necessarily that person come along and help them. And so my heart for my kids, as much as I want them to be with me and I could never see it any other way, if I could have had them have a healthy first home with their natural parents, I know that they wouldn't have had to hold all the pain that they hold. So my heart to like, how can we provide that service so our kids in our community can stay with their parents, that they're not being taken away? How can these parents feel like they have someone coming along to make sure their kids are getting fed, to make sure their kids are going to the dentist, to make sure their kids are going to the doctor and school, and have the resources, like you said, even laundry. I mean, if you have 3 kids under 3 during COVID, no transportation, no money for public transportation, even if you did, trying to get 3 kids and a load of laundry on the train, crazy. And then the kids are running around when you try to get the $20 to wash the laundry. I've had families that just throw away their clothes after they're done with them because they can't figure out how to continue to keep them clean. So that's where that stemmed from, is just seeing like, here's a simple hardship that we already are able to give people lift rides to our programming due to sponsors. But because of that, they can get in the lift. They can bring a couple bags of laundry. They can bring their kids. Their kids can be playing, and they can be with other adults, and they can just be doing their laundry while they're here. And that's pretty much how we simply built. So we started with a parent support group. Like, hey, let's all just come together. Let's hang out where our kids are doing educational stuff in the other room and support each other. And that went to like parent workshops, to us expanding to Fresh Table, which Lynette will tell you more about later, teaming with other programs such as Children's Research Triangle to lead specific therapeutic groups, Center for Changing Lives to lead financial management with our families, just building as new needs approach with them. So while our families, we're not a daycare, lots of people think we are, but while our kids are in their programming, our kids programming focuses on all the different developments: motor, physical, language, cognitive, social. We know a lot of the families we get, our kids are lower on the spectrum in one area or the other. So they're back there. We're just plugging in, giving them that one-on-one time while their parents are in here. So some of our programmings are legit just come here, sit with other parents. We'll have a social work in the room. You can use our computers. You can take a nap on the table. You can do whatever you need to do for those 2 hours. So when you leave here, you're rejuvenated to go back out. And then others are like, hey, what's hard this week? What can we do to support you? What's going well? How can we celebrate with you? And that's really stemmed our kind of our core of this, like highs and lows of parenting each week, and how we come together. Because no matter what walks of life, no matter what color our skin is or where we're at in our journey towards economic empowerment, we are all struggling as parents. We're all trying to figure this out. And I have this like beautiful story where we had this one young Latino mom, and she was sharing her rough journey of finding out that her kid probably has autism, and she was just struggling and sad. And she's like, before this place, I had no one that understood me. I had nobody. And now I feel like I have somebody. And then this older mom, different race, sitting across from her, was like, yes, I feel you. I had that same journey. I had that same experience. Me too. And while they're sharing this moment and everyone's crying at the table, just like, we love you both so much, their kids are in the back with our volunteer speech therapist, like just learning and gaining, and we're celebrating the little words that are coming out of their mouths. And so it's just incredibly exciting to be in this room full of diverse families and see them have each other's back over and over and over again. And I think that's what I really love about this work.
Absolutely. Because I was having an echo. It was, I don't know what's going on. I was having an echo, and it was like everybody telling me, "Hey, you got an echo." I'm just trying to fix it. But yeah, no, this I heard everything you were saying. Like it was like it helps to, like meet people where they are, right? And to understand where they're going, so, like they're not by themselves. And I tell everybody, like, look, everybody got something, right? And so we have to help each other along the way. Like, hey, I've been through that already. Like what we discussed before the live, we hit the button, right? We shared our experiences. And so that's what life is all about. And so you're helping families, you're helping the children, you're helping everybody along the way. So it's definitely needed. It's needed for the people, it's needed for all types of all cultures. And yeah, so yeah, Lynette, you get it's your turn to spill the beans, spill the
It's
tea.
my turn to
Yes.
spill. Okay,
Yes.
so Becky covers, like she said, Becky and Precious cover kind of like the more like conversational sit
Yeah.
down portion of the parent education. What I do is come in for my fresh table. So Becky and I co-lead that as well. She covers the curriculum, and I cover the actual meal prep and the recipes and all of that. And My Fresh Table is an incredible program. So, the research is out. We know that what we eat affects every single part of our body, our mind, our mental health, what's going on with us physically. And so, as we support parents in all the other areas of their journey, we want to make sure that we're not missing out on what they're eating. And food is such a focal point for families. We want to make sure that they're empowered and educated about how to make healthy choices and how to save money, and do it in an affordable way that fits for their family and their dietary needs. So we do that over the course of 4 weeks. We meet every other week, and we prepare a meal in person together, and we give them a meal kit to take home. So while they're in person, they're learning about cutting, sanitation. We're going over all the health, like the four main health points: diabetes, the sugars, the blood pressures, all of that. Um, and we're grabbing items, real life items out of the pantry, going over the nutrition label, and some of the parents are reading it really for the first time, definitely the first time as an adult and as a parent. I think we probably all have kind of like reviewed it as kids, but you're a kid, you're not purchasing it, you don't care. But once you're an adult and you look at the sugar and you're like, oh, I'm giving it to my baby, it kind of, and in a very like safe way, we're
Yeah.
exposing just what we're eating, and it's a learning lesson. There are times where Becky's saying, oh, we should try this, or like switch out your white rice for brown rice, and we pick it up, or like, we're going over I think two of the vegetables that our parents love preparing, that I think they are always so surprised, is the spaghetti squash and the rutabaga. We're always trying to explore what's in the stores.
Yeah.
Like,
I need a
if you
plate.
had to go in, what could you pick up and prepare? And they're learning how to make really, really incredibly healthy meals that are very tasty. I don't know that we've ever, maybe a few times, maybe like out of like 100 classes, maybe like 3 times people came back like, oh, I didn't really like that. But for the most part, everybody's always like, I'm surprised I like that. And not only
Okay.
that, their grandmothers, the people who are in their home, are now saying, I actually like that. They come back and they're like, my mom, she keeps asking me to make these garlic string beans, or like one of our parents made spaghetti squash for themselves, and then they made it for their dad, and then they made it for themselves again, like within the 2 weeks of them learning it and coming back to class. So the impact is very present. We try to up the programming. We're offering raffles during class. I think one of the things we realized is when we are telling the parents, hey, grab this type of knife or grab this tool, they're like, what is that?
Yeah.
And it does take you back to, okay, meet you where you are. This is
Yeah.
what it is. This is how you use it. And it really empowers them. There's so many recipes that if you don't have half the stuff that's on the recipe, you're not going to feel inclined to prepare it.
Yeah.
But if you learn about mincing and how to cut, what they mean when they say chopped or lengthwise or whatever, if you're learning it, you're definitely going to open up more recipes. You're definitely going to step out and
Yeah.
prepare different things. Us providing the ingredients means that it's not coming out of their budget. Food is so expensive.
Yeah.
So they get to try out all the really cool, um, vegetables like rainbow carrots. They made a carrot tart and they were like,
Wait,
what
rainbow
is that?
carrots. What's that?
Rainbow carrots, yes, they're just like different colored carrots, and they really bring your food to life. So like someone like me, my food experience has to be it has to be a bold experience for me in order for me to eat. So I need
Okay.
pops of color. I really have to like see the rainbow in order for me to like want to eat the food.
Okay.
And so just showing them red onions, the different types of onions,
Yeah.
um, chopping their mints and their thyme and just all of that. So we do that in 4 weeks, a 2-hour class. We serve about 6 to 8 families. And like Becky was saying, every time we have a parent program, we always have a child care program. And
Mhm.
so while the parents are learning about My Fresh Table, their kids are learning about My Fresh Table. So they're preparing little like yogurt parfaits,
Okay.
different recipes, trying sushi, trying just different different fruits and vegetables, learning about sugars, learning about eating the rainbow in a way that is developmentally appropriate for them, so they're actually excited about it. And that's a really awesome program.
Okay.
Speaking of the Wonder Kids and our early childhood program, we like I said, we always pair it up. We don't ever want to just nurture the child and then leave the parents at a deficit or vice versa. So
Mhm.
when both are present, mind you, our programming is parents. It's not
Yeah.
moms or dads, it's parents. And
Right.
so we always have an array of participants, single moms, single dads, married couples,
Mhm.
um, and couples who make up how they define themselves. So on the My Wonder Kids side, we have a lead teacher, an assistant teacher, and a handful of really awesome volunteers. We're trying to build that up as well.
Okay.
But they come in and for 2 hours they're supporting and nurturing early childhood development. That
Okay.
means that they're spending one-on-one time with the children. They're making eye contact. They're getting on their level. They're playing imaginative play. They're baking with them. They're building. They're working on their gross motor skills, fine motor skills. We're big on literacy. We know how important reading is. The younger, the better. So we're constantly, if they want to throw out 1,000 books off the shelves and just pick up one for us to read, we're like, okay, that's
Right.
cool. Let's do that. And yeah, let's pick up these books. And just within that program, we're emotional development. So when they are having those hard times, we're making sure that we're giving them the tools at their very young age to kind of get through that moment, because that's so important. If you don't have the emotional regulation, everything else,
Right.
it's such a foundational piece. Everything else, as far as
Yeah.
education goes, getting into school, being able to handle yourself well in the classroom, it's going to be so hard. And we see that. We see a clear preschool to prison pipeline. And so the work we're doing in the early childhood development is kind of just making sure that those foundational pieces are there. Because we only have like really 3 to 5 years. And then after
Okay.
that, they're off. So we're trying as much as we can, with the parents right there. And to go back, that's why it's so important for the parents to be there, so that they're seeing other adults who can handle and manage their children in a way that empowers and encourages them, where they're like, I can go home in my home setting and do this exact same thing. My
Yeah.
child is in the kitchen, they won't leave out the kitchen. How does Miss Becky get my child to leave the kitchen without yelling or screaming or threatening? When they see it live and in person, they're like, okay, let me take that, let me jot that down in my mental brain. Let me take that back home. So that's just the power of having a home facility, or an institution
Yeah.
that's in the home place, and having the parent and the child present, at the same time, so that those experiences are there. And I just to add, it builds the trust.
Yeah.
It's so hard to trust somebody to watch your kid, But the parents, they're literally one doorway away. They want to sneak in and take a look. It's not recommended, but we'll allow it. And they do their thing, and then they can see it, and they're like, okay, cool. They have my kids. I can rest, and I can go and focus on what I'm struggling with.
Yeah.
What I need help with. Okay, cool. And it leads to them feeling rejuvenated and refreshed. So the Wonder Kids program is really awesome. Follow us on Instagram. You can see like everything that we got going on. We have a beautiful backyard space. The kids get out there. Unless it's super, super cold. This is Chicago. So, you know, cold. We have a different idea of cold. But we try to get them out there at all times so they can connect with nature, see greenery, climb, and do all of that stuff. And they love it. And it's so good for their mental health and just across the board, their all of their development.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's me visiting and seeing, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's literally a house, it's cozy, right? And I love the concept where you not only, you know, you work with the kids, but with the parents, because, you know, it's not a manual or handbook for parenting. Oh my gosh. Like Return to Sender. I'm just like, what page? Page 32. It's nothing like that. And so it's kind of like, you know, you giving them tools and steps, like it actually does work. And once they see it, they believe it, and then they incorporate it, like you said. And I think that, and it really it plays on your mental too. Like, man, I could actually do this, and it won't be as, you know, you won't look at it as parenting as harder than what you think it is. Yeah, but you know, I need a parenting class for a teenager because I don't help me, please. You know, but
we can start our own group. Let's stop.
Yeah, we need a support group for that because it's something else. But no, I absolutely love it. I know, Becky, you were going to say something.
Yeah, it's about the family, about the next session, the next part, our third and final portion of our work.
Yeah.
So that's what we do at the house.
At the house.
And just with the house as well, we try not to reinvent the wheel. So we also bring in our partners. So we have Welcome to Fatherhood here that is led by two men from the community. Because a lot of dads are like, I'm not going to listen to her. And we do get dads in our program, and they're amazing, and we love them. Yeah. And we're glad that we have this other partnership that can come in and obviously offer what our female-run staff cannot do. And then we also work with Children's Research Triangle, and they offer free mental health resources to our families. And then we also, when we designed the house, it was designed with a room for early intervention. So the kids can get their physical therapies, their occupational therapies, pretty much anything through the state that they want here. And they have their own space to be able to use that and do that. And then outside of here, we offer home visiting. Not all of our families can come to us, and not all of our families are comfortable with that. And some of our families do everything, which we love as well. So our home visiting program is we go out to the homes, and we start anywhere from prenatal to up to 5. So it's for 0 to 5. And why we really keep the 5 is because early intervention stops at 3, and most other early programs stop at 3. So then these families have these 3-year-olds. They're not quite ready to go into preschool yet. We're not comfortable with that, but they're like, I still need support. So we do get a lot of people that call us right around that 2.5, 3-year-olds. Like, please come out. Please continue to show me. Please continue to help us with our basic needs. So when we go out to the home, we have kind of 3 different parts as well. So the first part is we always plan an activity that works on whatever developmental challenge the family or the kid may be having. So if they're struggling with language, then we'll do something that helps build that up, like record their voices and let them themselves sing and talk. And if they're struggling with self-regulation, we'll play a lot of freeze dance and practice stop, start, stop, stop, so they can learn how to bring their emotions down quicker. So that's a tool that we work with the parents to try to give them just little skills to interact, and even how to understand how to play with a child, because we forget how to play. And having the kid lead, we're like, wait, what do you want me to do with that So just a lot of like teaching them how to play, honestly. And then the second part is education. Like if you don't know at 17 to 18 months, your kid is going to get rebellious for no reason whatsoever, and that they're going to start throwing food, they're going to start saying no, then you're like, well, so what just happened? Is my kid bad? Do I have one of the bad ones? And so it's really important just to know, like, hey, between these ages, it's completely normal for your kid to kind of go crazy because they're figuring out who they are. And we're celebrating that, even though it sucks. And now this is how you set boundaries as they're doing these new behaviors. But these new behaviors are exactly what they're supposed to be doing. So child development is really important. It's also important if you're like, my 3-year-old isn't talking yet. Why aren't they talking? Let's look at that. What's going on? What can we do to help increase that skill? Do they need to see a doctor? What's our next step? So knowing what your kid should be doing can help you both navigate those big, hard behaviors, but also understand how to encourage the ones you want to see. And then lastly is our case management. We know that if a family is not sure they can feed their kids this upcoming week, then working on simple play activity is not the first thing in that parent's mind. So we make sure they're connected to WIC and to Link and to Medicaid and everything we can. And then we have an emergency fund. So our families, if they call us out of the blue and like, I need groceries, we're going to get them groceries in that moment. And then we're going to help them find the pantries in their area. We're going to help them sit down. Okay, you need groceries this week. Let's figure out how to make your Link last till the end of the month, which is real hard to do now. I'm not going to lie. And if you need this, why don't we wait? We don't wait till it ends. Why don't we figure out how to go to a pantry halfway through, even though we have some Link money? So we don't have to be so scared at the end of the month that our kids may not be able to eat something. We might have someone that's like, hey, I need help with my electric bill. So we help them explore what their options are. But if, we know that there might not be an option. In that case, we're like, okay, we'll do this. And what steps do we need to take so that we don't get here again? So we always bring diapers because everyone needs diapers. And I don't know why there's not a WIC thing for diapers. So every visit we have with you, you can get diapers and wipes. And that is just a huge burden lifted for a lot of our families to know, like, hey, like, I don't have to worry about this right now. Miss Becky's going to come bring it. And so I get to be excited because I get to go into the homes and hold little babies and play with little kids, but not have any more of my own. And then they come to the house and they all think I live here. So like, yay, I'm at Becky's house. One little boy the other day is like, what do you do when everybody goes home?
Really? Oh. Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. It's hard. A lot of our families have not had the support in the community that they need.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we're able to walk through life with them, but also knowing that sometimes that doesn't mean we're going to see big changes right away.
Right.
Sometimes it means we're just going to make sure that someone's holding on to them while they're still trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's great to know that I'm not alone in doing that I have a team of amazing people. I call Lynette up and be like, you have to walk me through this one, Lynette. Like, we need to figure out how to help this family. Yeah. But it's also great to know that I can be in this role with a supportive community, a supportive team, a supportive board to be like, let's figure out how to help this family get from this step to this step. And so I think A House in Austin is really unique in the fact that we are right now privately funded. So we get to determine what it looks like on how we're able to help others.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's good news. I hope everybody gets the logistics of A House in Austin. And I think that, this is a great program. I think that it is the next step because we all need each other, right? And we all need each other. We all need to help one another along. How do we give and help support diapers, food, laundry programs with items? That's one of the questions.
Yeah, well, you can definitely go on our website, thehouseinAustin.org. Oh, yep, down.
Yep, yeah, I got y'all. I got you. I'm
yeah, that would be the best way. So for diapers, we have plenty of wish lists. So you can definitely support that way. If you're local, drop off at the house.
Yeah.
Becky could speak more to it, but I know certain sizes we definitely see more of a need.
Okay. Okay. And what are the needs like as far as the sizes? Um.
With diapers, we are always needing fives and sixes. Usually pull-ups. We had this huge drive recently done by one of the sororities in the area, and they just hooked us up with pull-ups. So
Okay.
right now, we're gonna need them again soon because pull-ups go through like that. Because pull-ups are like the most expensive diaper there is, and so our families are constantly like, "How do I buy pull-ups?" So
Yes.
I always say the bigger sizes.
Okay.
It's usually easier for us to get the smaller sizes, but
Right.
size 5 to pull ups are definitely harder. And then we have some kids like on the spectrum that are a little bit older that need size 7 that I didn't even know existed. So we don't have that one yet. But
Okay.
we've definitely had a couple requests for that for the kids that are a little bit bigger, but still learning how to be potty trained.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we also take donations for kid clothes. We really need a lot of those, like 2T, 3T, 4T, I'd say is where we're lacking right now.
Okay. Okay. So 2T, 3T, 4T, like in that range. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm just putting it in the chat. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Clothing.
Did somebody
Oh, our
ask how
laundry.
they volunteer?
Yeah. You know what? You did. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Our page too. You can go and sign up to volunteer. I was
Okay.
gonna say for the laundry, we um, ran a story with Austin Weekly and got a bunch of donations. So right now we're at like capacity for detergent
Okay.
and laundry supplies, which is a good. It's good. It's good,
Yeah.
definitely. And we're building up that program. So if you do know a family that would benefit from that service, definitely send them our way.
Okay.
I think we have
I was
weekly.
gonna ask that. I was gonna ask that. How can we refer people to a house in Austin? Walk us through the steps. Like I have a family that needs this. How do we go through that process?
I would say to text, call our number 773-896-3582. That's
Okay.
the best way. Like I said, we're small, so it's a human is responding and seeing it, and that's the best way. So as we get, of course, as we grow, we'll get probably a nice organized, more organized structure. But yeah, online they can always fill out the get in touch with us. Plenty
Okay.
of people are referred that way, and then you can just have them text us, let us know the need, and we will do our best.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And you guys are from recipients, yes. So you can continue to do all these amazing things and more, I'm definitely going to give my time and talent and treasure to a house in Austin, even, before and after, whatever that's needed of me. I'm definitely there, even though I got like 1,000 jobs, but I'm going to make it my business. Right. I'm going to make it my business to serve because that's what it's all about. And any volunteer work, just we got each other numbers, so like we're connecting any way possible because is needed is needed. The mental health capacity, right? When things are right, we're kind of like yeah, we kind of like stable. We were on a baseline. When things go haywire, we get anxiety, we get stressed out. We, and we're as parents. I'm a parent. We're parents, so it's like, okay. Even the little things can set off a parent. And so meeting that need and meeting everything that they need that makes the load a little bit easier. And we all have our cross to bear, but at the same time, when you have people that are there to support you and to give and to pour into you, that makes it all better. So yeah, so if you don't have your prom tickets, you need to get it and support this organization. Like a house in Austin is everything. Where are you located? Tell everybody where you're located. I know in Austin, but it's 533 North Pine, right? I had it right. Yep. Okay.
Yes, you had it right. 533 North Pine, big blue house on the
Yes.
corner of Race and Pine. You cannot miss it at
It's right
all.
down the corner. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And
Definitely.
can we just say how thankful and amazed we are by everything you guys are doing over there at Social Work Sunday? And when you came out to the house, you just wowed us by just your generosity and your amazing spirit. So we're
Yeah.
just
No
excited
problem.
to be partnered with you.
Yeah, we're gonna get it cracking because prom is gonna be amazing. If you got to get your tickets, if you don't have your tickets, you can donate. You can go to their website, donate directly to them. You can donate to my website, towards the prom, and we'll make sure a house in Austin get it. And so it's boots to the ground now, so I can be able to get everything that you guys need, and so you can have the funding and anything else that your heart's desire as far as like new programming, things like that. But yeah, boots to the ground. I would say to get sponsorships, to get everything. But September 30th is going to be amazing. I can't tell everything. Like I was telling you, I'm like, I can't tell y'all everything that's going to happen, but it's going to be amazing. So you guys go to my website, www.socialworksunnyt.com. If you want to give, if you want to buy tickets, if you want to sponsor, everything, any and everything helps. To help this organization, and I'm very, very proud of you, and I'm really thankful because there's not a lot of people, as far as like serving people, and I know where your heart is because I'm on that same line of helping and doing and doing. It just takes a special type of people to be able to do that and have the patience and to educate and love on people. And I think that's the most important thing, knowing someone that cares and that's available, that really, really want to help you and want to see you win. And the families for a house in Austin, they're really, really blessed to have you guys. I want to say that because I already know we had our conversations. Like it is definitely boots to the ground, and it's definitely it's like, okay, what else I got to do? Okay, what else we gonna do? What else we gonna do? And yeah, but it's all a blessing, and so I want to be a blessing to you guys. So some of the weight can, you know, be lifted a little bit, and you guys can do it. And I need to take a cooking class. I'm gonna have to come up in there and do something because I'm struggling.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Any final words? Any final things you guys want to say to the people to encourage them to come on out to our Del Prom and fundraiser? Because it's our. Am I saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I'm personally excited. So I didn't go to prom. I was homeschooled for high school. So this will
Okay.
be my first prom. So I'm definitely excited. Just the little bit that you've shared has definitely got me pumped to be there, get in the room and just ready to have a good time for our great cause.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you can't dance, don't worry. Neither can I. And you can still come.
Right. Get some good food, the live entertainment. I can't tell everything, but you gotta
Don't
be
tell them
there.
everything.
I can't even I can't say a lot. I was like, you have to be there. Last year was off the chain. This year is gonna be even better. Like we got carved out a lot of stuff like, oh, okay, that didn't work. Okay, this worked. Okay, that don't. All right, cool. But so yeah, we got a lot in store for a house in Austin. We got a lot in store for, our, people that's gonna come out, and our guests that's gonna come out and share this time and space with us, to support you guys, right? Because it's all about a house in Austin. It's all about you guys. Yeah, social work Sunday tea, but at the same time, it's about you guys and making sure, you know, everything all the dots are connected, so yeah, but I can't tell y'all gotta buy your tickets. We even got afterpay, so you can put something on it, you hit the button.
Break it down for
No
installments.
excuses.
Yes, absolutely. This is my third year having it, so it's kind of like, yeah, come on out for year 3. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be really, really amazing. Really, really amazing. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the families, they do deserve the support and that big push, like, hey, we got people behind you. You don't even know it. So yeah, boots to the ground, and we're gonna be in tune, and we're gonna help, and we're gonna have a good time. So we're partying for a cause. So I want everybody to get your tickets now. Now, now,
Yes, get
now.
your tickets.
Yes.
And if you want to see our work in action, if you want to meet us before the September event, we have our block party, August 12th.
Yes.
August 12th. Come on out. We're gonna have a lot of resource tables, a lot of different organizations coming out. We're gonna have a lot of activities. This is our second year running the block party. It's gonna be even
Okay.
than last year. We get better each year.
Okay.
So definitely come on out to that. More
And what
information.
is it? August what?
Yeah, Saturday, August 12th. So the second Saturday, and 12 to 5. More specifics coming, but we'll have a little pre-party. We'll have a little story time, just to get
Okay.
people out before the festivities kick off.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
raffle stuff, some fun.
And you can still host a table if you wanted, right? They reach out to you for that.
Yes, definitely. So if you want to, if you're an organization or you just maybe a small business, we're not selling, but if you want to bring your resources out, get your name out there, there's a form that you can fill out. Let's see. Oh, on our website. Yeah, it's definitely on our website or on our media, our link tree. And you can go there, fill out that form, and yeah, get
Well, I'm
yourself.
gonna be there. I want to come. I want to do a little tent.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm gonna be there. I'll be like, y'all come on out. You know.
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna put it on my page and all that good stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. They better come on out. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're definitely looking to bring everybody out this year. We're feeling more comfortable with it. We're like,
Okay.
okay, we got this. Like,
Yeah, I can help out with that too. We're gonna
yes,
have to talk after this. You know.
yes. Let's
I
talk.
love it.
Yes, amazing. That's amazing. So August 12th, you guys support, support, support. And if you can't make it to the fundraiser, you can go to their website, donate in a great way. If you can't make it to prom, and all the people that are buying their tickets, thank you so much in advance. We really, really love you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. Yes, 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 yes. So yeah, let's get into it. It's gonna be a great. Thank you so a great day, right? And thank you so much for getting on the live with me to talk about a house in Austin. A house in Austin. I can't talk right now. A house in Austin. But no, I really, really appreciate you guys, and I'm not gonna prolong the time. And look, I'm grateful. I'm grateful, and we're gonna make it work. We're gonna it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be
Yes,
awesome, 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 awesome. So
We're
yeah.
really excited.
yes. Awesome sauce.
All right. Until next time. Next week is Father's Day, so I'll probably be coming live.
Is it?
I think it is.
It is. Next Sunday's Father's Day.
What?
I
So
know. I know.
yeah, time is going
Oh
by.
my gosh.
Yeah, time is going by real fast. So
Oh,
get your tickets. Everybody get the tickets. Tickets.
yeah.
Right. And so, but I'll probably be live a little bit live on Instagram or whatever, but then the following Sunday I'll be live, and I'm gonna be posting soon with another topic and all that good stuff, and get this podcast thing going. And because I took a break, I took a good break, good break, because I was doing vendor events and selling my tea, my herbal tea collection, all that. So yeah, but yeah, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to
Busy
talk.
lady.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more stuff going for a house in Austin. Yeah, I already got some ideas already. Don't.
Love it.
Okay.
Yes, it's
We're
gonna be
looking
amazing.
forward to that email with all those great ideas.
I,
Yeah.
I got you. I'm like, oh, you should do this.
Bring
I got
bring
you. I got you. But thank you so much. I'm really, really honored and blessed for you guys to grace Social Work Sunday Tea. Don't be a stranger. We're gonna do this again, but right before the prom, we're gonna do it again. I think we
Yeah.
should do it again right before the prom, and amp people up like, hey, get them tickets, all that good stuff. So
Yes, I love that
but
idea.
yeah, absolutely. So until next time, everybody, you guys have a great and productive Sunday. See you guys.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
us.
no problem.